What is up, McManus MMA fam? Guys, UFC 325 Volkanovski versus Lopez 2 has just concluded, and I'll be doing my full recap and thoughts on this entire card. First and foremost, I want to say that I hit so many of my predictions, but not to a T. So let's start with the title fight, Volk versus Lopez 2. Honest to God, this was a more dominant Volkanovski appearance. Yes, he got knocked down in I think it was the second, third round. But he proved that he has improved. I said this was going to happen. I said that he was going to win by decision. I said that he improves over time. But again, Lopez looked really conservative. So this was a really interesting. This was a really. I don't want to say close fight because Volk, in my opinion, Volk won all 5 rounds. Well, Volk won all 5 rounds. I think there's some argument for maybe round 2 or round 3, I think it was, that Lopez got the knockdown. But still, I think Lopez had the better volume and the better consistency within the rounds. There was I don't know why they haven't included the submission attempt of Lopez. I think it was the end of round 2. Volk locks up. I think it was a guillotine, and then Lopez stands up and locks up a guillotine as well. Um, but yeah, this was a not as high energy and as high output as the first fight, but this was still a really high skill, high level fight in my opinion. But I predicted that Volk would win by decision. I think that Volk improves fighting people for the second or third time, just like he did with Holloway. So I'm not surprised this happened. I was very nervous for this fight. I was very nervous for this fight, but it did happen, and it's over, and we have won. Volkanovski has won. Speaking of things that I predicted, but I'm not happy. I'm not happy about this one. Fuck Benoit Saint Denis. Fuck this guy. Seriously, fuck this guy. I hate this guy. I always hate this guy. I really wanted Dan Hooker to win. Honest to God, I thought Dan Hooker didn't look terrible in the first round. I thought Dan Hooker looked fine in the first round. Second round, he gets taken down again and just refuses to do anything. I'm not even joking. There was maybe 100 strikes that were just unaccounted for. He just didn't do anything. Benoit Saint Denis had top mount and just landed. I'm serious. Maybe 100 strikes, and Dan Hooker didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. He just took it. Ref jumps in. Dan Hooker goes, "Oh, I should have done something else." It's like, really, bro? You didn't do anything. I was really hoping that Dan Hooker wouldn't jump guillotines in this fight. He jumped like 2 or 3. I think it says 2 right here, but um, yeah, I thought he looked fine in the first round. He looked really not good in the second round. I was hoping this would go to decision. I did predict Benoit Saint Denis would win by submission. He had a really tight or a really close head and arm choke, it looked like, similar to Arman Sarukian's choke on Dan Hooker in the second round. And I really thought that was going to be it, but it wasn't. That was it. That was the fight. And yeah, man, I don't know what to say, man. I don't want to say I'm disappointed in Dan Hooker. Like, I kind of knew this was going to happen. But in my heart of hearts, I did not want this to happen. I really didn't want this. I hate BSD. The run ends here. I think Benoit Saint Denis does not beat anybody in the top 5. Charles Oliveira beats him. Max Holloway beats him. Ilia Topuria beats him. Justin Gaethje beats him. Arguably, Paddy Pimblett beats him. As shit as Paddy Pimblett's performance was against Justin Gaethje, arguably he beats Benoit Saint Denis. Either or, I think if we really want to build a fight after this, put Paddy Pimblett against either of these guys, Dan Hooker or Benoit Saint Denis. He said he wants to fight for the BMF title. I'm sorry, my friend. You are losing that fight. We'll see on March 7th, though, if Charles Oliveira gets that belt. We'll see. We will see. Moving on, though. Holy shit. Are you kidding me? This was crazy. I picked Rafael Fiziev by decision. I was very skeptical. I was kind of fence-sitting this matchup. I thought that this was one of the greatest matchups I've ever seen. Rafael Fiziev versus Mauricio Rufo. Both these guys have such incredible striking. And again, there is an idea of Rafael Fiziev. Hold on, I'm going to take a drink of water. I'm going to edit it out. Excuse me. Yeah, there is an idea of Rafael Fiziev. Fiziev by whatever he wants, bro. Fiziev by whatever he wants. Yeah, I don't know. This was crazy. The first round was really close. I think I had it Fiziev first round. 10-9 Fiziev round 1. Second round though, Rufy was landing these heavy shots. I knew Rufy had a power advantage, but I thought Fiziev was kind of going to mix in the takedowns. He really tried. He really tried, I think, once or twice. It says one here, but I thought he tried once or twice and just couldn't get it. But Rufy lands, I think it was a crazy right hand that just, it literally spun Fiziev around. He was facing the other way. Excuse me, I burped. And then after that, it was pretty much over. Rufy jumped on top of him and just blasted him, and that was it. That was the fight. I couldn't believe it. I was losing my mind. I said at the beginning of the fight, if Rufy knocks Fiziev out, TKO or KO, I'm gonna lose my mind, and I did lose my mind. I really did lose my mind. And it was ridiculous. Listen. I'm happy that Rufy won this fight. I really am, and I'm sorry if you guys hate the fighting nerds and everything. Me and Mauricio Rufy are really good friends. We go way back, so I am kind of happy Rufy wins this fight, but I'm interested to see who they match him up with next. I really am. I don't know who they really would. Maybe I'll make a video on that later this week, seeing what matchups to make next. But Fiziev, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. He trained with Spider-Man. He trained with Batman. It's not enough, bro. Apparently Volk is too powerful. Moving on to the biggest piece of shit fight I've ever seen. This fucking fight was terrible. This was a terrible fight. I Talishan by KO, TKO, or submission. He locks up like 2 submission attempts, just doesn't try. He gassed out. I'm not even joking. How did you gas out before Tai Tuivasa does? Tai Tuivasa weighs 950 more pounds than you do, and you gassed out before him. Bro, you suck. You suck. He gassed out way before him. So I don't know how the hell that happened. But that was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. Tai Tuivasa, honestly, in my heart of hearts, I know that he didn't look as shit as I thought he was going to look. I thought he was going to get knocked out in the first round like he normally does, but he didn't. He really didn't. And hey, man. Talishan won by decision. I think that was totally fair. He totally won that fight, but yeah, I thought he looked like shit in this fight. Derek Lewis beat you last, and everybody was saying, oh, Derek Lewis fluked that fight. Hey, man, I don't know. I don't know. Derek Lewis looked like shit in his last fight, too. I don't know if this is a curse, bro. You fight Derek Lewis, you look like shit next fight. That's not, but I don't know what happened. Talisman Teixeira wins by decision. I had him winning by TKO KO, but he looked like shit in this fight. So did Tai Tuivasa. I would not be surprised if they cut Tai Tuivasa from the UFC, but we will see. Speaking of somebody who needs to be cut. Actually, I don't know if I believe that. Jamie Malarkey. Round 1. Quillen Salkeld goes in for takedowns and submissions immediately. Surprised everybody. Actually, I wouldn't say surprised. I think we kind of knew Jimmy Malarkey was expecting a striking matchup, especially after the last fight. And Quillen went in for takedowns immediately. Landed some good strikes standing, especially in the clinch, and then throws him on his head. It was incredible, and just locks up a nasty. I think it was a rear naked, and just that was it. Honestly, who's surprised? Who's surprised that Quillen Salkeld ran through this guy? Nobody. Nobody's surprised. Yeah, man. I don't know what else there is to say. Quillen Salkeld, give him a ranked opponent next. Give him a Dariush. Give him somebody. Give him somebody in the rankings. Honest to God, he took 0 damage in this fight. Put him as the co-main on March 7th in Vegas for the... Put him versus Renato Moicano. Honest to God, do that. Do that fight. Quillen Salkeld versus Renato Moicano. Co-main event for Charles Oliveira versus Max Holloway in Vegas. Do that. I'd be really interested to see how that goes. Super interested to see how that goes. Let's move on, though, to the prelims. Junior Taffer versus Billy Elicana. I was shitting bricks during this fight because I could not believe that Junior Taffa almost knocked Billy Elicana out instantly in the first round. I couldn't believe it. Junior Taffa actually kind of looked sharp in the first round. Call me crazy, but I thought he looked sharp. And then Billy Elicana just kind of started to get in the groove of things, knew what he needed to do, and got it locked, bro. He got it locked and submitted him, I think, fairly easily in the second round. I had Billy Elicana winning this fight. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, man. I think this went not exactly, but sort of towards what I expected it to be. Junior Taffa looked better than I thought he would. He really did look better than I thought he would. So, I guess props to him. props to Billy Alicana for staying in that fight and getting the win. Congratulations. But you need to work on your chin, bro. You need to, I don't know, slap metal against your chin for hours. Moving on, Cam Rouston versus Cody Brundage. Cam Rouston slimes Cody Brundage out. He got on top of him and just again. This was a BSD Dan Hooker fight. Just didn't defend. That was the fight. I thought Cody Brundage looked better. Again, in the first round, he looked fine. I was like, oh, this is going to be a pretty good fight. I had Cam Rouston winning this fight. Cam Rouston wins. Cam Rouston looked good. He looked good. I don't know what else there is to say. I'm sorry. I'm pretty disoriented. But before we move on, I do want to give a couple shout outs. I want to give a shout out to Armand Coular, Jack McDonald, Decatur Dell, Patrick Miller. I want to give a shout out to everybody and EJ. I want to give a shout out to everybody because they wanted the shout outs, and I will give the shout outs. But yeah, Cam Rouston looked good in this fight. Cody Brundage, sorry, my friend, you lost. Jacob Malkoun versus Torres Finney. Yes, this was a Jacob Malkoun domination, but he had Torres Finney. All he had to do was stand up and stand Torres Finney up, and he could have finished this fight. I think he really could have finished this fight. But I think he was I don't know if he was too nervous or anything. Look at these numbers, by the way. Jacob Malkoun really dominated this fight. Torres Finney was thrown hard, really back. He was throwing hard back shots. Yeah, he was throwing hard. He was throwing really hard strikes back. But just Jacob Malkoun domination. I swear, Jacob Malkoun had this by TKO KO if he would have just stood up and not pushed all of his weight on him. Same with Talison Teixeira. These guys both could have won by finish if they just stood up. Don't go into this clinch. Don't go onto the ground and just think that you're going to end this on the ground. It's not going to happen. It's really not going to happen. So it was a hard fought win. Not really. I mean, you dominated. Torres Finney, I'm sorry, my friend. I would not be surprised if I wake up tomorrow and see you've been cut from the UFC. Moving on. Jonathan Mikalev versus Oban Elliott. I was watching this fight as I was walking to the store to get some ingredients for the cooking that I was going to do later tonight. And I was worried. Round one, Oban Elliott came in hot. He came in really hot and looked good. I was worried. I went, I picked Jonathan Mikalev to win this fight. This does not look good. This really does not look good. And then eventually, I was watching this on my phone in the supermarket. And Jonathan Mikalev gets him down and just locks it up. And it was such a tight rear naked. And he kept readjusting it. There was a moment where I was like, oh, that's it. And then he readjusts it more to get that deeper. And I was like, oh my God, that's it. Again, I picked Jonathan Mikalev to win this fight. I think I picked him by decision. I could be wrong. I don't remember my picks. But yeah, sorry, Oban Elliott, bro. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, my friend. I got to move on. I'm trying to get through these as fast as possible. Can we talk about this, though, really quick? This was a robbery. Look at these numbers. Look at these numbers. How in the hell do you give this to Ken Offley? Are you out of your fucking mind? Did we watch the same fucking fight? These judges had to have been paid off. These judges had to have been paid off. Are you out of your fucking mind? This was a total and utter robbery. Yeah, Isa won this fight. He won round one. Round two was close. I said, okay, I can give that to Ken Offley. Round three, he dominated round three, and we give it to Ken Offley? Are we shitting me? What are we talking about? Everybody involved was like, what? What are we talking about? Ken Offley won, and he was like, oh shit, I won. I can't fucking believe it. I can't fucking believe it. But I don't even really want to talk about this fight. Yiza won this fight. I had Yiza winning this fight, and I went, oh, Yiza won. They go, by majority decision, Ken Offley. I went, what the fuck are we talking about? Are you shitting me? I was upset about this. I was really upset about this. I do not think Ken Offley won this fight. I think Yiza knows that. I think everybody in commentary, all the judges, not the judges. Those guys need to be investigated. Those guys are the angry men from the Muppets. Yeah, I'm moving on. I don't even want to talk about this, how upset this made me. Kim Song-wook versus Dom Marfan. Bro, I had Dom Marfan winning this fight, and he did. Kim Song-wook, I'm not going to give him total credit. He has an iron chin, bro. He has a total iron chin. He didn't move his head for the first 2.5 rounds. He did not move his head. He was taking insane strikes to his face and just did not. Every time they would break the clinch, Don Marfan would spin an elbow or throw an elbow right into his chin. He wouldn't move. He's like, oh, I took a crazy strike to my face. That's fine. I couldn't believe it. I really wanted him to win. Honestly, I was kind of going against myself. I wanted Kim Song-wook to win by a submission. He didn't. He got a good takedown in round one, but he just refused to put his hooks in. He did not look excellent in this fight. He needs to work on the head movement. He needs to work on putting your hooks in when you take somebody down and you're trying to submit them. I would assume you would put your hooks in. He just didn't do that. Yeah, Darmonfon by total domination. Total domination. I think the numbers, they kind of speak for themselves, but seriously, like, yeah, this was a domination. Moving on. Holy shit. I picked Kichiro Nakamura to win this fight because Japan #2. He was losing this fight the first 2 rounds. Hey, best 2 out of 3, my friend. He lands 3 knees to the. First one kind of misses it, hits him in the body. Second one glances him on the chin. Third one, he's standing completely upright, sleeps him. He folded sideways. It was rough. It was rough. Oh my god, I couldn't believe this. We were losing our minds. I could not believe it. I thought Sebastian Sasley looked really hot in these first 2.5 rounds. Or I guess it's not even a half. These 2 rounds in majority, but sorry, my friend. Your time has come. Kichiro Nakamura, again, kind of a point fighter, karate stance. You've gained my respect after that knee, bro. That was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. I couldn't believe that. That was crazy. What a win. I'm moving on to the last fight. That fight was canceled. Sulang Rabo versus Lawrence Louis. I had Sulang Rabo winning this fight. This was, bro. Lawrence Louis was just ragdolling him. Ragdolling him. I thought that round 1 was kind of close. Round 2, I was like, okay, Lawrence Louis won that second round. Round 3, I was like, all right, Sulang Rabo needs to pick up the pace. Just didn't at all. Didn't pick up the pace at all. Lawrence Louis won that fight candidly. Yeah, I don't really know what else I need to say about this. Lawrence Louis won this one. I had Sulang Rabo winning. He landed some really heavy strikes, especially in round 1. They were kind of trading shots like crazy, and he didn't really he didn't have any pressure. He didn't have any stay in your base, bro. Stay in your ground. And he didn't. So sorry, my friend. Lawrence Louis wins this one. What did you guys think of UFC 325? I had to look. I'm sorry. What did you guys think? What's our thoughts? What's our opinions? Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know everything. I'm out of here. Peace.